everyone, it's Kristie with AG Takes Over, and I am so excited about this video that I came back from the Y, and this is like just post showering. It's not a stitch of makeup or hair product or anything, which is not unheard of. It's kind of how I live my life, but it's not usually how I film videos. I don't care. I don't care. I'm so excited about this. This is either going to be kind of revolutionary for my doll collecting, or it's going to be a fail. We're about to find out. So, I'm not a huge fan of the Our Generation dolls. No offense to anyone, I don't mean to say anything unkind. I find their faces pretty, but a little melancholy, kind of like. And as a permanent, if dolls could somehow have multiple facial expressions, that would be a totally acceptable one. But as a permanent one, I prefer them to look a little bit happier about the status of their world. Like, that's how I'm allowed to look, but they live in a very different world that is not a dumpster fire, so I like them to look a little happier. I feel like, I was telling this to my wife the other day. Okay, it's a bit of a tangent, but I'm so excited. I was telling my wife, if like the 18-inch doll world were a talent show, the Maple Leaf dolls have the face of, I just found out I won. And the American Girl dolls have the face, have the level or the expression of, I'm one of the judges. And the Our Generation dolls have the look of like, they just found out they got disqualified on a technicality. So I don't know if that's relatable to anybody, but now it's all that I can picture. Anyway, so I buy Our Generation play sets from time to time, and some outfits from time to time, and lots of little accessories every now and then. In some areas, I prefer them to American Girl, but not the dolls. It's not just the head, that the face is like pretty, but not the look I'm going for, but also the arms kind of like bow out. It just, I don't know, not my favorite. Anyway, Grace had told me there were some Our Generation dolls that were bendable or poseable, because I've often said I wish that the American Girl dolls could somehow magically like move without having all the ball jointed parts that you see. And she was like, they do. They have some that have like metal inside them, and they're like, so, their body is, it feels different. And I have not seen those, but also I've heard people say they look a little weird. I don't know. I haven't come across them. Then I learned that they made this ballerina doll, Erin, who has like articulated joints, and they look really robotic and weird. But hear me out. My thinking was, if I could get my hands on one of those and I could put an AG doll's head on it, and then I could like cover it head to toe, I don't know, like gardening. You could wear gardening gloves and a long sleeve shirt, and then you wouldn't be able to see the joints, but you could still like do more poses. Or snowsuits, that's an obvious one. Snowing or like sledding, skiing, anything like that. I'm sure I can come up with some others. But I was like, if I could, cover them up enough and not really see the joints, that could open up a whole new world for doll photography. And if I'm covering it all up anyway, then I could even put, not because the Erin, the ballerina doll, is white, and that's the only one that they made as far as I know. So I was like, well, if I do a good enough job covering everything up, then I should be able to use it with any of my dolls. So then I started looking for one kind of casually, and then a little bit more like, I really want to try this. I'm just curiosity. I've tried to see if anybody's done it. I'm sure somebody has at least attempted this, but I don't know who that person is or how it turned out. So for me, it's an unknown. I found one person on Facebook Marketplace who was selling it in New York for like $10. And I was like, that's amazing. But they wouldn't ship. The only one I could find on eBay was $70 with $31 shipping, and I'm sorry, I'm not paying $101 to get an Our Generation doll, period. And I'm definitely not paying $101 to get an Our Generation doll that this may or may not even work. So, no. And so the Facebook Marketplace listing was still up a couple weeks later, and I reached out, as I sometimes do, and go, hey, I noticed the listing was still up. Maybe you would reconsider, because sometimes people are getting local, nibbles, and that's why they want to keep it local. And other times it's like it's a mobility issue, or they don't have a means to accept electronic payment, and so they're just not going to do it. And many other reasons, right? So I reached out again very politely, and they're like, nah, friend, I'm not shipping. And I was like, okay, thank you. I mean, they were very polite. And then I was sitting here talking to my wife, and I was like, hey, Josie from AGTV for Life lives in New York. I have no idea if she's close to that person at all, but I'm just going to ask her. And I said, hey, are you anywhere near such and such place? And she said, no, but I'm going to Buffalo this weekend, so I will be really close to there. Why? What's up? And I was like, would you pick up this doll for me? And she did, and she sent footage, and I'm going to insert it probably in just a minute so that you can see how sweet it was. I have a feeling that she was like, just in case she makes a video, because she's also an AG-tuber, she was like, just in case she makes a video, I'm going to show you this. So let's check out some little bits kind of spliced together of her on a road trip with her daughter picking up this doll for me.
Okay, we arrived. I have the envelope with the money, and our little friend is coming to help us get your girl. And come back here to the recycle bin. Well, there's two, so I need to find it. Oh, maybe this is her. I don't know. Oh boy, is that her all the way down there? Oh. I think that's her. Hold on. Let me see. Oh boy. Well, this is going to be a little extravaganza because she's all the way in the bottom of the recycle bin. So now I have to figure out how to get her out. Okay. I don't know if you could see her. Can you see her? Okay. Back to the car I go. Bye.
Okay, so I thought the doll would have gotten here a few days ago, and I have just been not patient. Usually I'm like, whatever, first world problems. Just wait on your shipping and suck it up. Like, stop being so impatient. I was not patient. I was like, ugh. I was waiting for this and one item that I'd gotten, like a seamstress made item, an outfit that I'm sure I might show at some future point in a video, but I really wanted this package. So it came today. Yay! Today is Saturday, the 27th of April. I don't know when you're seeing this, but that's when I'm filming it. So I took off the label and I have cut it open so you don't have to hear that sound. Oh, good. Okay, so if you do follow AGTV for Life, either on Instagram or here, if you're subscribed to her channel, she has been really excited about AG Fashion Week that I am hosting. Well, by the time you're seeing it, I hosted. And she made this shirt for her dolls. I know it's backwards, but AG Fashion Week, hashtag AG Fashion Week. And when I saw her dolls in this shirt, I was like, oh, I would love to have one of those. And she sent me a couple of the iron-ons. That's so sweet. Josephine, Josie, Joe, whatever you prefer to be called. Thank you. That's so cool. And she sent instructions, and I'm totally gonna make one of these. You're seeing it after the fact, but I'm getting this before AG Fashion Week is over, so I'm definitely gonna work this in. And then here's the doll. So she's a ballerina, and it looks like she's, I don't know if the outfit's complete. I don't really care. But getting an outfit at all is a bonus, so she's well packaged, as you saw in that video clip. She was not shown as much love by the seller, but being very much a doll person, Josie got it right. Okay, so her hair is fine. I don't care because I don't need this head. I don't know what to do with this head. If anybody needs an Our Generation doll head, it's yours for the price of shipping. I don't need it, and I don't want it to go to a landfill if it doesn't need to. Okay, so first of all, the ballet outfit is really cute, and let me just take it off. This is interesting. I've never had an Our Generation, I know you can't see it, but I've never had an Our Generation outfit where the tag, or maybe I have, where the tag was on the inside. They usually have this bright orange tag. Hold on. Like here, something super obnoxiously in the middle of everything, but it's on the back and it's on the inside. It's still unnecessary. Whatever. This is really cute, actually. It's like a champagne and gray. Some dancer will be able to use that in our 64 is a dancer, so one of our 64s is a dancer, so maybe she'll wear this. That's nice. And the shoes, we got other ballet shoes. I'm not gonna put these plastic shoes on her, but this is the main reason why. I like to have to do that to get their shoes on. But give me a second. These shoes can go. I mean, all right, so here's what we're dealing with body-wise. They are puffier in the tummy. I don't know if that's just a question of stuffing, if that's something I can change, if I change out the kind of stuffing, or if it's just the material. But they're puffier in the front right here. Butt looks about the same as an AG butt. I don't know. And it's a zip tie. So I'll have to cut that open, take it out, and then I'm gonna look for somebody down here who has a necktie or neck strings, because that'll make it easiest. But I don't know, it's weird, right? So I don't know how much this articulates, because she's a ballerina, so they want her to be able to do like this position, but really that's how Our Generation dolls look anyway. She can move her wrists. That's nice. And then what all can this do? It can... Okay. It's not that it's not like as much flexibility as I thought. Okay. Okay, American Girls can definitely not do this. It's gonna need like a thick chunky sweater or something to cover up that joint. But I'm excited about the possibility. Let's see about the knees. So the joint is under the kneecap. You can't... All right. Wouldn't that be cool? Look. Could she actually cross her legs? Like, what's the limitation of this? It's not as much as I thought. Like, I thought she could, like, kneel, and she can't because it doesn't go to a 90. It's not. Okay, I'm really glad that I did not spend the $70 plus $31 shipping, because it's not as much range of motion as I thought. Like, a physical therapist could retire on just the therapy that would be needed to get this girl limber. But it is more range of motion than an AG doll has, so let's see what I can do. I'm gonna pause because you don't need to see me struggle. I have like crap scissors, so I need to go upstairs and get some scissors and take this off. I'll come back with her head off and another doll's head ready to go. All right, her head is off. Whoa. Whoa, girl. Whoa, Erin. See? I think they look too much like me. All right. I grabbed Violet's head, our number 40, but I got to put new string in here since I took the zip tie out. I have some zip ties, but they're a little bit larger than I want, so I'm just going to use my trusted thread it on a bobby pin and see what we can do. And as I'm trying to do that, I will share. I am a little disappointed because of the range of motion, but I'm also keeping in mind that this is still more range of motion than I have currently. It still opens up some new possibilities, and shipping was only $7. The doll was only $10. That's $17. I paid her $25 because I appreciate her, you know, just a little tip, if you will. I appreciate her being willing to do it. I love the ways in which doll people do look out for each other sometimes. I know people always want to focus on the drama, but oh, scissors would be nice. Hold on one second. All right, the crustiest, mankiest scissors in the basement. But a lot of times that people focus on the drama, but I love the ways that we do look out for each other. That was so nice of her to be willing to pick this up and to send me a little something extra. You know what? I'm gonna put the sweater on before I put the head on. Nah. Yeah. I'm gonna put the head on first. I'll be normal about it. Okay. When I know a lot of people talk about neck gap. I don't like it either. So I want her the ties. It's a different kind of doll, so I don't know how it'll work, but I want the ties to be as tight around this as possible. So usually, if Grace is around, I have her just push the head and I push the body in and then get the tightest fit. If not, I will find something to give me leverage, and like even if it means like pushing her head up against a table or something so that I can get a really tight fit and squeeze as hard as possible to reduce that neck gap. So I'm gonna do that off camera and I'll be right back. Okay, it's not a color match, but whatever. It's still got a little gap. I'm not thrilled about that. This part looks so weird to me. I mean, this is like much how many of our bodies as adults or, you know, real people look with their little paunch, but maybe that's one more thing that I'm just not used to with them. It seems like this material is not as, it has more give, and so the stuffing kind of bows it out more. Maybe that's it. Anyway, I've got some clothes. I'm not going to tell you what it is because it's not like I'm making you wait very long, so I'm just going to start dressing her on my lap, and if you catch a glimpse of it, great. You'll know. So, what else? I have been doing a little bit of a purchasing spree, but like all this kind of stuff where it's cheap. I'm probably not going to do a video for this, so I will tell you that I got the Our Generation school, the classroom, for $7 on Marketplace the other day. We don't need another big ticket item. I had already realized this and said, I'm going to be really selective about big ticket items. I had wanted that one and then decided because I want to be really selective about big ticket items, I'm not going to get it. And then $7, was it complete? No, of course it wasn't complete. But it was pretty decent. Like, it had the teacher desk and the little corner piece, the corner shelf, and 2 student desks, and then like a handful of random accessories. It didn't have the recycling bin. I don't know if that has a regular trash can, and it didn't have the teacher chair, but it had most of the stuff. For $7, I took a piece of like a rocking chair that had been in my daughter's room for a while and we hadn't really been using it. I took it out to the garage and made plenty of room because I don't want her room to be cluttered. So that made plenty of room for the thing to be in her room, and she loves it. She doesn't take naps anymore, but she has quiet time most days in the afternoon. She plays in that thing. We put a bunch of other little odds and ends to kind of fill it out. $7. $7. I couldn't believe it. And then I don't know when this is going to air, so I don't know if I should tell you the other one, but I got another Our Generation little, like, not big ticket item like that, but like a smaller playset that I had been wanting, and I hadn't even mentioned it to Grace. And then I said, hey, I'm going to go get this tomorrow or tonight or something from this lady. And I told her what it was, and she was like, oh, well, good. That's going to come out of your budget? Great, because I had it on my list of things I wanted to purchase in 2024. And I went, well, cool. So, oh my gosh, it's going to be cute. I'm excited now. I wish it had more range of motion, but I think this is totally worth the money that I spent. Like, I'm out $25. I'm not out anything because I'm going to use it. I'm totally going to use it. All right. Give me just 1 second. I'm just finishing up her hair, and then we'll do a reveal. I don't even have a brush down here, so by doing her hair, I'm just like quickly whipping it together. She's going to look more presentable than I do, so. I feel like the arms need to be longer. Okay, here she is in her little après-ski gear. And do I feel like the arms still bow out the way that Our Generation doll arms do? Yes. But do I care? No, because the times that I'm going to use this, like, she's not going to live with this body. Don't worry. She's not going to live with this body. The times that I want to do this are when I want a photo shoot to have, like, more range of motion. Also, this outfit is freaking adorable on her. I mean, it's adorable on every doll, but so cute. They're little. So I changed it up because I knew that it had the weird, really like noticeable articulated joints. I put these Bella Boo's Closet. If you have watched my show for any length of time, my channel for any length of time, you know that these are among my favorite jeans, and they just kind of hide a lot. So I figured they would hide the joints. So let me pause and look at that. She can like actually. She can be mid-run or mid-step. Like, the girls can't do that. Their leg would be like this. But she could actually have it there. Okay, I'm going to just do probably a series of quick photos. They're not going to be, like, amazing, maybe. But I want to get them out quickly just so I can, like, get a small sense of what doors this opens up. All right. Hey, wait, I'm back. I just had a moment of like, she can do head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Or wait, she can look up there and search like, where are my glasses? Oh crap, they're up here. Or she can be like, it's windy. I don't want my headband to blow away. Why am I so tickled by this? Okay, now I'm really gonna go take pictures. All right, so first I want to point out that she can step up. Not big steps. I tried, and she just doesn't have the articulation. So little steps. I don't know. I wish it were more, but this is so tickling to me. Like, our other dolls cannot do this. And just for comparison, so here's Cecile sitting in the cafe, the local bean coffee shop, and that's pretty typical, right? Like, that's how our dolls have to sit. And I know it's not a huge difference, but check out Violet. She just looks so much more relaxed. This looks so much more realistic. And you really get it with this side by side. This is exciting. This is genuinely exciting. Look how much more natural some of the pictures will end up being. Or here she is going over to get something from the locker, or maybe she's flagging down the employee. The fact that they can bend their arms back, kind of, motion shots. Sometimes your arm is not just like sticking straight out, but it's a little bit behind. Or maybe if you were like in a crowded space and you're trying to get through and not bump into people, you might move your arm behind, not just directly out. Does that make sense? Not just back, but back and in towards yourself. She can like pull down her sleeve or be scratching her wrist or adjusting her bracelet or I don't know, it's so cute. She can give somebody a hug. I don't have anybody for her to give a hug, but like she could hold things. That's with no, without me pushing in on her arms. There's no need for the elastic bands in the same way that we use them all the time with AG photo shoots. And then this was so cute. She can squat down a little bit. Not a lot, like a stiff person, she can squat down, but more so than AG to pet a puppy. And that's one of the Hoffman girls' puppy. And then I had said, if I covered it up all the way, theoretically, I should be able to use this on a doll of any skin tone. So Journey's here to help me prove it. Look, she's got her legs properly crossed without putting any tension and worrying that I'm going to wear out the elastic. And look how she's able to hold Blix. I love that. I think that's so cool. Look, she's just chilling with him on her lap, looking very natural, making sure he doesn't fall off. And then here, let's say, because Gwen is clearly getting ready to go to the ice rink, maybe Journey used to be a figure skater, or maybe she's her coach or something. And she's like, here's how that move goes. And kind of going through the routine with her. I don't know. And then she noticed I was taking a picture and she's like, oh, well, here, do it again. Let me look at the camera. And then this, I thought was interesting because when I see dolls hugging like in AGSMs or just regular pictures, it's usually kind of like awkward middle school dance, positioning of the arms, or you're trying to put a rubber band on and not have that look awkward. And of course it does. It's fine. We like American Girl dolls in spite of the fact, not because of the fact that they have limited range of motion. But look how much more natural. And she is able to have one hand on the shoulder, one hand on the back of the head, just a much more organic hug. And again, you really get a sense of it when you put them side by side. It's pretty stark. Sorry, Jade, but you look like you've never learned to hug someone. Here, I just wanted to show that usually when an AG doll has one foot in extended back, the angle of the foot can't lay, like the foot can't be flat on the ground. But here we've got one foot in front, one foot in back, and both feet are flat on the ground. And the last one, it was hard to get a good angle, but she's got one foot propped up on the foot of the bed there. Not on the first rung of the ladder in Corinne's room, but on the baseboard of the bed, I guess. Okay, and I could not resist. I had to put one more doll head on this body and go out and do some more pictures in yet another outfit. So here is Sydney, my childhood mini-me, although she is not childhood age in these pictures, I don't think, because I definitely did not have that sense of fashion as a child. I love this. I love how much more natural her sitting pose is. Pay close attention to the fact that just the feet positioning feels so much more natural. She's walking past somebody and she didn't notice that they were taking a picture and she's like, photobomb, and turns and does this goofy thing. I love it. I love it so much. Look, she can wave to somebody as they're walking away. Her feet look natural. She's actually able to move her hand. It's not motorized, so you'd still have to go in and manually do it. But think about if you do AGSM, like the ability to make their hand go up and down, so much more range of motion. She can scratch her butt, but also what I was going for here was she can check her pocket for something really easily without putting any strain on the elastic in the joints. And her feet placement just looks so much more natural. Look at her. She's just chilling. And she can do cheesy prom pictures or homecoming pictures or whatever. I love it. I don't like to overuse the word obsessed, but I am. I'm a little bit obsessed. I'm definitely like giddy right now. So, yeah. If this inspired you, I can only say that I wish you the absolute best of luck in finding a good deal on this doll because they are kind of scarce, but at least this will give you a sense of, is it worth it to you? You can kind of keep in mind the pros and cons, and then that'll help you decide if the price that you're seeing this doll at makes sense for you or not. If you find her for 25, I say go for it. If you find her for 100, I would say hold off, right? But that's it. We all are going to have a different price point. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you comment below, share the video, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, all the cool things, and I'll see you next time.